Welcome to week number 40 of Scott's Weekend Sports Today, ladies and gentlemen. WrestleMania weekend is finally here. One of the best weekends in wrestling all year long. Let's get right into the predictions because we got a lot of matches to go over. First match, kicking off, Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, tomorrow night in New Orleans. First match on the card, as Chucky T is still without his tag team partner, Trent Beretta, who is on injury right now, but he's going against the Future of Honor champion back in 2016, I believe. He is the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. And I'm going to go with Jonathan Gresham here. I think he is a better singles wrestler, but I just think he's a better singles wrestler. So I will be going with the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
Not me. Jonathan Gresham is a good writer. He's written a lot of good books about lawyers, the firm. But I'm going to go Chucky T on this one. I like his name better. Chucky T is going to win this against John Gresham. Mark it down.
Next up, for the first ever Women of Honor Championship, in my opinion, the final two are going to be Kelly Klein and Tennille Dashwood. And I think that Tennille Dashwood's finally going to get a championship, which she did not get in WWE. For all you WWE fans, that is Emma. So I think Tennille Dashwood is going to win the Women of Honor Championship and walk out of New Orleans, your first ever Women of Honor champion.
I agree with this. I think Tennille Dashwood is going to win this one. I think she's a big star coming over from WWE, and I think she's going to win this match.
Next up, probably one of the most underrated matchups on the card, as the problem solver of the Bullet Club, Hangman Adam Page, goes against one half of the Golden Lovers, the Golden Star of New Japan, Kota Ibushi. And I think that Kota Ibushi is going to win this match. He has been on a 2-match win streak with his tag team partner, Kenny Omega. So I think that Kota Ibushi is going to win this match over Hangman Page at Supercard of Honor.
I disagree. I'm going with the American here, Adam Page. I've seen him wrestle in person. He's a heck of a wrestler. I like Adam Page in this one.
Next up, another New Japan versus Ring of Honor battle as Punishment Martinez. He wants to put the name Damien out of his name, so he's now just known as Punishment Martinez. And he's going against the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii. And again, I think New Japan's going to win this match. I think Tomohiro Ishii has been a better wrestler. He was in the finals with Kenny Omega for the G1 Climax for the first ever United States Championship in New Japan, which he lost. But I think Tomohiro Ishii is going to get back on track here and win it against Punishment Martinez.
I cannot pick against a man whose first name is Punishment, last name Martinez. So my boy Punishment Martinez is going to win this match. He's going to punish his opponent.
Next up, the first of, I think, 3 title matches on the card for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. As the current champion Kenny King puts his title on the line against professional wrestling's last real man, Silas Young. And I think Kenny King's walking out of this match still your Ring of Honor Television champion. I just don't think Silas Young is championship caliber, but I do think he's a very good talent, though. So I'm going to take Kenny King to retain.
I'm going to finally agree with you on this one. I'm going to go with Kenny King. I think he's a better wrestler. I think he has greater pedigree, more experience. I think the King gets this done.
Next up, for the Ring of Honor 6-Man Tag Team Championships, as the new champions, Scorpio Sky, Christopher Daniels, and Frankie Kazarian, also known as SoCal Uncensored, put their titles on the line against my boys Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, and Flip Gordon. Unfortunately, I'm not going to take my boys in this match. I think SoCal Uncensored is going to win this match just because of the event that Ring of Honor is coming up in, I believe, 3 weeks, which is the Champions versus the Bullet Club. So they need to keep the Young Bucks on the Bullet Club side. But if they win this match, I wouldn't be shocked. But I'm going to take SoCal Uncensored to retain. I just don't think they've had the titles for long enough.
How do you wear a shirt of a wrestling group and then not pick that wrestling group? I'm going the other way. I'm going Bullet Club. I think they're going to beat SoCal Uncensored, and I think they're going to beat them bad.
Next up, for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, as the 9-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, the 9-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions put their titles on the line. Mark and Jay the Briscoes put their titles on the line against Jay Lethal and Hiroshi Tanahashi. And I think the Briscoes are going to hang on to the titles here. Even though I would love to see Lethal and Tanahashi win the titles, I just don't think they're going to take the titles off of the Briscoes right now. but I think they could down the road. But I'm going to take Mark and Jay to retain their Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships.
I agree. I think the Briscoe brothers are legends. I think they're going to continue to win. I think they will retain their championship and continue their legacy into the future.
Next up for the Ring of Honor Championship, the co-main event of the evening, as our new champion Dalton Castle, who just won the title back in December from Cody Rhodes, who we'll be talking about in the next match, and he will be going against a fellow member of the Bullet Club, Marty Scurll, who I've been very impressed with as of late. One of the best guys coming out of Britain right now, in my opinion, is Marty Scurll. But I still think Dalton Castle's walking out of there your still Ring of Honor World Champion, because I just don't think they're putting the title on Marty Scurll right now, even though I would love to see it, because April 28th, champions versus the Bullet Club, and I don't think they're going to make Marty Scurll wrestle against his Bullet Club brethren. So I'm going to take Dalton Castle to retain his Ring of Honor World Championship.
I agree. I think Dalton Castle in beating Cody Rhodes is impressive. I think he continues an impressive streak, and he wins this match in an impressive fashion.
And next up, the match that everybody has been raving about all week. People are saying this is going to be the match of the weekend, as Cody goes against Kenny Omega. The winner of this match becomes the leader of the Bullet Club. And I think a lot of people have taken Kenny Omega. Even though I don't think he's going to win, I'll take him. I think the cleaner, Kenny Omega, is going to clean house in this match and win. And he becomes the leader, the rightful leader of the Bullet Club.
I believe in pedigree. I believe in lineage. And when I think about the lineage that Rhodes has from his father Dusty, I got to go with Cody Rhodes in this one.
Now on to NXT, a very huge show as well, set tomorrow night at the stadium in New Orleans. First match on the card is the current champion Andrade Cien Almas puts his NXT championship on the line against Aleister Black. And I think the big thing in this match is going to be Zelina Vega outside interference. Even though I think he might get called up, I think Andrade Cien Almas is not ready for the main roster yet. So I think he is going to retain and then probably lose at SummerSlam. So I'm going to take Andrade Cien Almas to retain and stay NXT champion for about 4 more months.
I can't even pronounce his name, so I'm going to go with Aleister Black. I think Black is a better wrestler. He's got an edge to him. I like his style. I'm going to take Black in this one.
Next up for the first ever North American Championship at NXT, a 6-man ladder match for the NXT North American Championship, as Adam Cole, the Velveteen Dream, Lars Sullivan, Killian Dane, Ricochet, and EC3 all vie for the NXT North American Championship. I do not think Killian Dane's winning this match. He's too hairy on the back. I don't think he's winning this match.
Plus, hair in his back?
I think he's getting called up to the main roster on Monday night on Raw, so I just don't think he's going to win this match. Lars Sullivan, I don't think will win either. Big men never seem to do very well in ladder matches. So I'm going to go with King Ricochet. I think Ricochet is the one who I think is the most ready for this match. He is definitely the most comfortable in a ladder match. If you have not seen Ricochet wrestle, you are in for a treat. I think he is going to wow the NXT universe tomorrow. Ricochet is my pick to win the North American Championship.
I think that's a great pick, but I think I'm going to go with the upset with Adam Cole. I think Adam Cole has the ability. He's a nimble wrestler. He's quick in the ring. I think he will do very well in a ladder match format.
The only reason I'm not going with him is because he has double duty going on tomorrow night at TakeOver, which we'll be talking about his other match coming up in a few matches.
Fair enough.
Next up for the NXT Women's Championship, a rematch from back in January of NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, as the current champion Ember Moon puts her title on the line against the Ace of Spades, Shayna Baszler. And I'm going to go with the UFC fighter Shayna Baszler to win this match, because I just feel like Ember Moon's getting called up to the main roster. She's had that title since TakeOver Chicago last year, so she's been champion for a long time, and I think it's time for her to move up to the main roster. So I'm going to take the Ace of Spades, Shayna Baszler, to win her first ever NXT Women's Championship.
I think that's a good pick. I think the main roster is actually packed with diva wrestlers. I think Ember Moon's going to stay down for a little while. I think she's going to win this match. I think she's a better wrestler, and I don't think it's her time to get called up yet.
Next up, in an unsanctioned match, this match has been brewing ever since last year at NXT TakeOver Chicago, as Johnny Gargano goes against his former best friend Tommaso Ciampa. who screwed Johnny Gargano twice the last few weeks on NXT TV. He robbed Johnny Gargano of his NXT life and his contract at NXT. So I think Johnny Gargano is going to be really upset in this match, and I think he's going to win this match. And he's going to annihilate Tommaso Ciampa in this match. But I could see Tommaso winning this match and then Johnny going over to the main roster on Monday. So I'm going to take Johnny Gargano to win this match.
I agree. I have seen Johnny wrestling in person. He's impressive. He's agile. I think Johnny Wrestling gets this done.
Next up for the NXT Tag Team Championships, as Future Shock, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole, representing the Undisputed Era, put their titles on the line in a triple threat tag team match between the Authors of Pain, who get another title shot, and Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. I do not think the Authors of Pain are winning this match. They're probably getting called up to the main roster. I thought they were getting called up last year at WrestleMania, but I guess it wasn't meant to be last year. This year, I think it's definitely happening. So I'm going to take the Undisputed Era to win the match and retain their NXT Tag Team Championships.
Interesting. I'm going to go with the Authors of Pain. I think the main roster is packed with tag teams, and I think the Authors of Pain are going to have to wait a little longer as they're going to retain their title and win this match.
Next, on to the main show. WrestleMania is this Sunday on pay-per-view and on the WWE Network. And if you're a new subscriber to the WWE Network, you get this WrestleMania pay-per-view for free. So that's a great plus. First match on the card, we don't know if it's going to happen, but we're pretty sure it will. As John Cena goes against The Undertaker. And I'm going to go with The Undertaker. I think The Undertaker is going to win this match over John Cena. Big Match John is finally going to lose a match at WrestleMania. The Undertaker will win this match and go out on a win. He will retire at the end of this match. I'm going to go with The Undertaker to win this match.
I agree. I think the way this match has been built up, and then is it going to happen, is it not going to happen, I think The Undertaker is not going to go out in his career on a loss. I think he's going to go out on a win. I think this is the win that sets The Undertaker into retirement.
Or they could do like what The Rock and Cena did a couple years back, which is Undertaker comes out and challenges John Cena for next year's WrestleMania.
That's
in
true.
New York.
That could happen.
So that could happen.
Good
Next
point.
up for the Raw Women's Championship, as the current champion Little Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, puts her title on the line against Nia Jax, who she has been disrespecting for weeks on Raw. And I think my girl Nia Jax is finally going to become champion on Sunday. Nia Jax is so much more talented than I think Alexa Bliss is right now. So I'm going to take Jax to retain. Even though Alexa Bliss does have Mickie James on the outside, I think Nia Jax will win and become the new Raw Women's Champion.
I think it's amazing how long Alexa Bliss has held the title. I think Nia Jax is far more talented, far more powerful, and I think Nia Jax is going to get this done and knock Bliss down a notch.
Next up, in a tag team match that has been going on since the Royal Rumble, as it will be Raw General Manager Kurt Angle teaming up with Ronda Rousey to go against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. And this is my pick of the week. This is my easy pick of the week. If you're a betting man, this is an easy bet for me. Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle will win this match. Mark my words, they are going to win this match. They are not going to let Ronda Rousey start 0-1 in her WWE career. She's going to break Stephanie McMahon to pieces in this match. And I think Ronda and Kurt are going to win this match easily.
I agree 100%. If you look at WrestleMania in the past matches, whenever they bring in a celebrity and it's their first match, that celebrity almost always wins. So I see Rousey and Angle winning this match and winning it fairly easily.
Next up, a fatal four-way for the United States Championship, as Randy Orton puts his WrestleMania United States Championship on the line against Jinder Mahal, Bobby Roode, and Rusev. And I think this is another easy pick for me, because Sunday, Dad, it's not just WrestleMania. No, it is Rusev Day, and I think Rusev is walking out of New Orleans a two-time United States champion. Rusev wins and becomes a two-time United States champion at WrestleMania.
I got to agree with you again. Rusev definitely has momentum behind him. This Rusev Day thing has really caught on. I think he's going to win this. As much as I like Randy Orton, I'd like to see Orton win. I think Rusev is going to win this match.
Next up, another tag team match over on SmackDown as Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan going against the best friends on SmackDown Live, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. If Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lose this match, they will be fired from SmackDown Live. But I don't think that's really going to matter because we'll see them on Raw the next night. I think Shane and Daniel will win this match. Same place where Daniel Bryan won the WWE Championship 4 years back. And I think he's going to win again in New Orleans. It is going to become WrestleMania once again on Sunday. I think Shane and Daniel will get it done and finally give Shane McMahon a WrestleMania win. They will win against Owens and Zayn.
Yeah, I can't imagine Daniel Bryan coming back after all those injuries, after all the concussions that he had, and come back and losing his first match. I just don't think it's going to happen. I agree that Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon will get the win in this match.
Next up, the first ever Women's Battle Royal. This will definitely be a pre-show match. And because her number one fan is in the audience this Sunday, I'm going to go with Bayley. I think Bayley needs to win this match to get her career back on track. So I'm going to go with the huggable Bayley to win this match. And maybe Izzy will make a turn heel in this match and flip Sasha Banks over the top rope, but we'll see. I will take Bayley to win the match over everybody else in the match.
I don't agree with that. I think Sasha Banks is the best wrestler in that match. Banks is incredibly athletic. I think she has not received the opportunities she should receive. I think she's going to win this match.
Next up, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, as basically everybody without a match will be in this match. And I'm going to go with the woken brilliance of Matt Hardy. I think Matt Hardy is going to win this match. He needs to get the crowd back on his side. They're not getting that interested into the broken brilliance of Matt Hardy. So I'm going to take Matt Hardy to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
I'm going to agree. I think Matt Hardy, the broken, woken shtick with TNA was big. It hasn't gotten over yet on WWE. I think they really want to give a push. So I like Matt Hardy in this one to win it. Maybe
we'll see the return of Big Cass in this match. He's been training at the Performance Center, so maybe he'll come back and win it.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, next up, another pre-show match as Cedric Alexander goes against Mustafa Ali to find out who the new Cruiserweight Champion will be. And I'm going to go with my boy, Cedric Alexander. I've been behind this guy since day one. And I think Cedric is going to walk out of WrestleMania, your new WWE Cruiserweight Champion, and beat Mustafa Ali.
I agree 100%. I think Cedric Alexander is probably the most underrated wrestler on the card. He is, Scott and I saw him back when he was on ROH. Incredibly athletic wrestler. I think he wins this match and impresses the crowd in the process.
Next up for the Raw Tag Team Championship, as the Bar put their titles on the line against Braun Strowman and a mystery partner. So first things first, who will be Braun Strowman's mystery partner? And for me, I think WWE is going to piss off a lot of fans here. I think it's going to be the Big Show. I think Big Show is going to return. He said he's lost some weight, so I'm going to go with Big Show and Braun Strowman to win the Raw Tag Team Championships, but only to lose them a couple weeks later.
I think whoever they put with Strowman, Strowman's going to win. He's a one-man wrecking crew. So I agree with Scott. I'm going to take Strowman in this one over the Bar.
Who do you think his tag team partner is going to be?
You know, that's a tough one. I actually think it may be is Jeff Hardy at all in WrestleMania?
Not yet. He'll probably be in the Andre the Giant though.
I think Brother Nero may make an appearance and be.
I also think it could be Bray Wyatt also.
That's good.
Because we haven't seen him back yet. Next up for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, Triple Threat. As the Usos put their titles on the line, they finally get a WrestleMania match. They were kicked off the card last year because WrestleMania went over too much last year. As they go against the New Day and the Bludgeon Brothers, the undefeated Bludgeon Brothers over there on SmackDown Live. And I'm going to go with the Bludgeon Brothers here, even though I've said before, they've gone against a bunch of jobbers to get here, but I think that the Bludgeon Brothers are going to walk out of New Orleans your new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions.
I like New Day in this one. I think New Day hit a huge peak. They've kind of come down a little bit. They're going to push New Day again, and they're going to get a win here.
Next up, The Miz versus Sami Zayn. The Miz versus Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. I'm just going to go one-word answers here because I need to end this. I'm going to go with Finn Balor, my boy Balor. He's going to happily represent the Balor Club and become your new Intercontinental Champion.
2 words, Seth Rollins.
Jeez. But congratulations to The Miz on having his first kid. That's absolutely unbelievable. Next up for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, one of the best matches on the card. Probably one of the best women's matches we'll ever see at WrestleMania. As the current champion, Charlotte Flair, puts her title on the line against the undefeated and first ever women's Royal Rumble winner, Asuka. And I'm going to go with the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. I think Asuka the Grouch is going to walk out of there your new SmackDown Live Tag Women's Champion. I just don't think they're going to end the streak right now. But if they do, Charlotte would definitely be one of the best wrestlers in the world. So I would take Asuka to beat Charlotte.
I'm going to go the other way. I think Charlotte Flair is going to win this match. And he's going to surprise everybody and be a WrestleMania shocker.
Next up, for the WWE Championship, a rematch, which we saw back at Wrestle Kingdom 10, as the phenomenal AJ Styles puts his WWE Championship on the line against the 2018 Royal Rumble winner, the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. And I just don't think Nakamura is ready to be champion right now. So I'm going to go with the phenomenal AJ Styles to hold on to the WWE Championship for now.
I think Styles' run is over. I think it's the Nakamura period is going to start now. I think he is going to be the new champion and be the new champion for a while.
Next up, for the Universal Championship, probably the main event of the evening. I don't think it should be, as Brock Lesnar puts his WWE Universal Championship on the line against the most hated man in wrestling right now, Roman Reigns. And I'm sorry, WWE Universe, but you're just going to have to accept it. Roman Reigns is winning this match. There is no way he is not winning this match. Because Vince McMahon loves Roman Reigns. And he is not going to let his boy Roman Reigns lose to a guy that could be right on his way out after that going to UFC. Because after what Dana White said a couple days ago, saying that he will be back in UFC, I'm going to take Roman Reigns to win the WWE Universal Championship.
I agree 100%. I think Lesnar is out. He'll be probably on a 1-year sabbatical at UFC, and I think it's Reigns for the 3rd year in a row at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Win it again.
He's 2-1 for WrestleMania. Not a bad record. And that will do it for this episode of Scott's Week in Sports City, ladies and gentlemen. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a nice comment down below with your predictions for this Sunday and Saturday of wrestling action. And subscribe if you are new, and tell your friends about these videos. And I will see you guys right back here next week on Scott's Week in Sports right here on YouTube. See you later, guys.
See you guys.